What the hell is this?
Over the last 2 years, the US government and military have suddenly been open and honest about one major bombshell. UFOs are real. What was once thought to be a fringe conspiracy theory is now being legitimized and confirmed by authorities as true.
3 more U.S. senators received a classified briefing about UFOs.
We have had people saying that they've seen things.
The Navy has admitted that its pilots encounter unidentified aircraft so often that they've had to draft new reporting guidelines
on how to report sightings of UFOs.
Seemingly every week, a new piece of information regarding the UFO phenomenon makes headlines worldwide.
UFOs, UFO,
UFOs,
UFOs,
UFO,
UFOs, UFO.
Welcome back to the Angry American. What's going on, folks? Hope you're having a good day. I'm going to do a little different kind of video for the Angry American channel, but it does pertain to Americans, so and the whole planet in general. U.S. warships were harassed by UAPs, UFOs. You know, UAP is a new term for it, unidentified aerial phenomena. And then you have the classic UFO, unidentified flying object. Just because we're old school, I'm going to call them UFOs, okay? But they were harassed off the coast of California. And this isn't the first time this type of thing has happened. As you all know, the Navy released that footage of the Go Fast and the other UFOs that were, the footage was recorded by actual pilots and fighters. It's kind of crazy, but it's real. Now, what it is, I don't know. You know, I watched the video of Tim Pool discussing this, and he seems, I don't know if he's doing it so he doesn't sound like he's cracking up, but he's leaning towards it's some new tech that some other country or faction has created that we just can't fathom how it works. I don't believe that's true, because I think we have the best and most brilliant scientists and access to some of the best technology, probably the best on planet Earth. So I don't know that I think, I mean, it could be. Okay, it could be. And it could be our own military testing new shit out. And, you know, everything in the military is on a need-to-know basis. You know, if you don't need to know, you just don't know. So maybe even these high-ranking admirals and things on these warships, maybe they're not high enough rank to warrant needing to know. I don't know. IDK. But anyway, we're going to look at this story, and I hope you'll follow me on this this little fantastical adventure of just reading some crazy news about UFOs. So, we're going to go over to the New York Post. This video could go on forever, but I'm going to keep it short because there's so much information. If you really do your research, there's a lot of different information out there. So I'm just going to cover this New York Post story and maybe a few snippets, and that's it. So let's get right over to the New York Post and check out the story of the U.S. warships being harassed by UFOs. So we're over here on the New York Post. It says UFOs harassed U.S. warships off California. And this is dated March 24th, 2021. Let's scroll on down. I guess that's one of the, that looks like one of their that's the USS Kidd was among the warships reportedly swarmed by an unmanned aerial vehicle. They call, and that which we know as a UAV, in July of 2019. Let's see, it says, if we scroll on down, mysterious flying objects repeatedly harassed 3 U.S. warships off the coast of California in 2019, at one point matching the speed and bearing of one destroyer for 90 minutes, according to newly released details from the ship's logs. The unidentified crafts, described in the logs as UAVs, that's unmanned aerial vehicle, buzzed 3 destroyers for several days, according to records obtained by the news site The Drive through the U.S. Freedom of Information Act. What they did was through the U.S. Freedom of Information Act, they go through and just, look at the logs and piece things together by the communiques and the logs. As many as 6 of the drones swarmed around the USS Kidd, USS Rafael Peralta, and USS John Finn over several days in July of 2019. At times performing brazen maneuvers, the report said. It goes on to read, Kidd reported UAV overhead. One of the ship log entries from July 14, 2019 reads, White light identified hovering over ship's flight deck, said another entry. 2 UAVs spotted off the starboard wing, the Rafael Peralta log read. Followed by another entry 6 minutes later, 4 UAVs spotted off the starboard bridge. The Navy vessels, which are equipped with sensors, radar, thermal imaging, electro-optical systems, were nonetheless unable to track the drones when they disappeared. That's some crazy shit, boys. On July 15th, 2019, the ships contacted the cruise ship Carnival Imagination, which was sailing nearby to determine if the crafts were from there. The crew of the ship said not only were the drones not theirs, but could see 5 or 6 of them flying around the Navy destroyers, Forbes said in a report. The sightings took place while the warships were engaged in military exercises about 100 miles off the coast of Los Angeles, well beyond the range of commercial drones. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Tim Pool said, even the best drones, you got 20, 30 minutes. The incident prompted an investigation by the Navy, Coast Guard, FBI, and other agencies, Forbes said, but failed to come up with an answer. Details of the mysterious incident were first reported by Dave Beatty, who posted about it on Twitter in June of last year, Forbes said. The revelation... I thought that's aggravating. The revelation is just the latest report of unexplained crafts buzzing around the sky. In a report earlier this month, a former national intelligence official said a forthcoming government report will reveal difficult to explain evidence surrounding UFOs sightings, including that they have been known to break the sound barrier without a sonic boom, which is we just don't even we don't understand how that's possible. So something weird going on, boys and girls. Last month, the FBI confirmed that it had received a report from an American Airlines pilot who reported a long cylindrical object over New Mexico at 37,000 feet. In November of 2019, reports surfaced of a similar incident in 2004 involving the USS Princeton off the coast of California, with the Navy allegedly trying to delete details. Now let's take a look at this story in the Washington Post. It says, thanks to Trump-era COVID relief bill, a UFO report may soon be public and it'll be big, ex-official says. Last year's gargantuan $2.3 trillion appropriations bill did a couple of very obvious things. It provided millions of dollars, millions of Americans badly needed coronavirus relief, aid, and it averted an impending government shutdown. It also dealt with UFOs. The legislation which President Donald Trump signed into law was a bureaucratic nesting doll that ran more than 5,500 pages and contained the Intelligence Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021, which itself carried an unusual provision in its committee comment section beneath the understated heading, Advanced Aerial Threats. The stipulation mandates that the Director of National Intelligence work with the Secretary of Defense on a report detailing everything the government knows about unidentified flying objects, known in agency lingo as unidentified aerial phenomena or anomalous aerial vehicles. It must be made public, and when it is, it will be big, former intelligence director John Ratcliffe said in a recent interview. Frankly, there are a lot more sightings than have been made public, Ratcliffe told Fox News host Maria Bartiromo on Friday. The report must include detailed analysis of unidentified aerial phenomena, data and intelligence gathered by the Office of Naval Intelligence, the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, and the FBI, the provision reads. It also calls for a detailed description of an interagency process that will ensure that data can be gathered and analyzed across the federal government. The report could document sightings from all over the world, Ratcliffe said. There are instances where we don't have good explanations for some of the things that we've seen, he added, and when that information becomes declassified, I'll be able to talk a little more about that. That time could be coming soon. When Trump approved the spending package on December 27th, a 180-day countdown began, giving intelligence officials until June to deliver lawmakers their write-up. However, two factors might delay the report's release, and Rubio talked about this recently. Agencies have missed similar congressional reporting deadlines in the past, and the provision is not technically binding, as the language was included in the Senate Intelligence Committee's report on the bill, not the bill itself. In other words, it isn't a statute, but the agency's departments generally treat report language as bill language, said one senior Senate aide familiar with the legislation. So what's the big takeaway from this, boys and girls? What did we learn today? We could go on talking about this for hours. Obviously, I have a real job to attend to, so I can't, but it's pretty earth-shattering shit. I know that when I first saw the Go Fast video from the Navy and their, I think it was Joe Rogan's podcast or something, I mean, I got to admit, I was pretty, wow. I was wowed. I mean, this stuff is pretty crazy. And so anyway, we've learned that UFOs could be a real thing. I'm inclined to believe that it is not some high-tech. I mean, it could be our own government tech. That's the only thing it could be. And they're just not sharing over the different branches of government and things like that. I don't know, but it's probably, I mean, China. The problem with the whole it's some other country created some advanced tech. The problem with that is the things that they've seen these UFOs do are quite impossible because they just change direction, flying at a high rate of speed, and change direction without losing any speed, without any inertia. I mean, when you're traveling fast and then you stop and go the other way, there's a force that your vessel or whatever it is you're in has from going in that direction so fast, and you change it all at once. It creates havoc on normal living beings and even technology. So I don't know. You guys make your own conclusions. I don't know what to think about it. I like to think about it, and it'll expand your mind when you do, so do that. Anyway, boys and girls, that's it for the X-Files edition of The Angry American. I need you to do something for me, though. I need you to hit that like button. Ding. I need you to hit that subscribe button. Ding. I need you to smash that notification bell so you know when I post. I need you to comment down below, and I need you to share the video. Sharing the video is probably one of the biggest things you can do. Just share it out wherever you want. And that's one of the single greatest things you can do to get this channel to grow. Share, share, share. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, this is the Angry American saying peace, peace out.